In this section, we will talk about quantity discount models. As you well know, the more you buy, the more of a discount you can get. So we're going to apply this knowledge to our economic order quantity model. In most cases, you can find quantity discounts are available. So what do we have to do in order to adjust for these quantity discounts? Well, as presented to you earlier, we know that the total cost is equal to the material cost plus the ordering cost plus the holding cost. And here we see our variables associated with our equation for total cost. Now, because unit costs are now available, our holding cost is equal to the holding cost as a percentage of the unit cost times the cost. Okay, so this in that when we add it to our total cost model, we see now simply that our holding costs will be replaced by our holding cost as a percentage of the unit cost times the cost. So what happens? So here is a typical quantity discount. So in this case, if the buyer buys between 1,000 and 1,999 units, there's a 4% discount. And then for the amount of units over 2,000, there's a 5% discount. And then there's associated cost with the discount. And here we see our total cost curve associated with the order quantity. So as you can see that as our order quantity increases, our total cost increases. So you can see that the hook in the curve for the total cost is for discount 1, as we see at the top, and then the economic order quantity for discount 2 is down here. Here's my total cost curve, and then here's my total cost curve for discount 3. Alright, so we look at our example, and of course we're going to be given all the information that we need. All we have to do is put that information in the right place in our model. So the brass department stores, they have toy race cars. And the information is provided that the annual demand is 5,000 cars, and the ordering cost is $49, and the holding cost is 20% of the cost of the car. So if we compute we see our economic order quantity for the different values associated with our quantity discounts. And so you see here we have our quantity discounts. So the next step is to adjust the quantities below and see what happens. So the economic order quantity for the first discount and the second economic order quantity for the second and the third. These are the allowable ranges in which the discounts can occur. So now we can take the third step and compute the total quantity cost for each quantity. So as you can see, our variables are laid out for us. The final step is to choose the alternative with the lowest total cost. So the alternative with the lowest total cost in this case happens to be alternative 2. And our order quantity is 1,000, along with all the associated costs associated with the variables that we have. So QM for Excel will do this for us. Again, all we have to do is put the right numbers in the right places. So here we see our demand rate, our setup cost, our holding cost, and we get our ranges for each one of our quantities. So we know that we go from 0, the next one starts at 1,000, and the next one starts at 2,000. And we get our unit price, and then once we put that information into our QM for Excel, it gives us the data that we're looking for. So in this case, we get the same output, and we see our total cost associated with Brass Department Store is $24,725. That's our lowest cost, and therefore we're going to, our optimum order quantity is 1,000.